Liquor and whores, liquor and whores, cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and whores. I was down, drinking at the Legion. I met a girl, she was nice, she was pretty and sleazy. She said, hey boy, we lose to marry. I said, sure, but before we do, there's something that you should know. Like liquor and whores, liquor and whores, cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and whores.
Alright guys,
What was your highlight of your weekend, Joe?
the highlight of my weekend was deadlifting beside Sam, for sure.
So cool.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. And crawling from 9th to the podium spot, which was not easy. I had to fight through it, but we managed to get it done. And yeah, pushed hard and was able to land on that podium. So that's how it
That
went for
car
me.
deadlift though.
That car deadlift was good.
So we started talking about this 12 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Imagine, because we found out right away there was only going to be
Yeah.
like 1 lane women, 1 lane men. So we're like, imagine we would go together.
And a
Saturday
solid 10 minutes before the deadlift,
Yeah.
Sam came up to me and she said, Joe, you won't believe this, but we're going to be deadlifting side by side.
That's so epic.
Yeah. No, and in my head, all I could think about was Sam busting out like fucking 100
I know,
reps.
I could see you too, and you were just like, it looked like you were giving her, like
Yeah,
you were.
because I was trying to catch
But I
up
was
to
like,
her.
fuck. It was good.
Yeah.
And then when I heard you got 1 more rep.
Yeah, I was just happy I was
Yeah,
able
me
to.
too. I was like, good for him.
Yes, I was just like, okay, I'm not in the fucking bottom crew, so.
Me too. I was
we're
like, this is decent.
good.
Yeah. How was your deadlift?
Great. No, I'm not a fan of that deadlift bar at all. I don't know what to do when there's a whip. So, man, I guess I'm just not strong enough yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
What was your highlight of the weekend though? There was a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot.
The wheelbarrow for sure. That was cool. It was hard finish with the arm over arm. I almost got stuck right there at the end. My last row I was short by an inch to finish it off, but it was a good finish.
You won that event.
Yeah.
It was a great finish.
I know, I got stuck.
Yeah, but like-
I almost didn't get it, but
But you did. With like 30 seconds left.
yeah, that was good.
That was really good.
Power stair was amazing. Just too bad at the I was broken for the finger fingers. That was a rough one, but no, it was great. I was happy to come back. This show was for me basically to see where I was back. I did a few mistakes and I got injured a week before on my tricep and it showed a bit, and then I tweaked my pec on my last press of the bench, but I didn't want to rip it completely because I know the feeling about that one. So basically I'm really happy where I finished with all the circumstances that happened, I guess.
Yeah.
And what about you, B? What's your highlight?
I think my highlight, there's so many, no, there is like, it's highlights.
There's one big highlight was that we competed at Brian Shaw's last show.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
meant the world to all of us.
Yeah, like there are so many things to come back home to, like with that like weekend was just to show like, okay, we got 2 out of 3 podiums. Like that means like what we've been doing has obviously been paying off, and like we've been working like mad dogs, like in the gym training, and it's just a really cool feeling to know that like it was a good pat on the back saying like you guys are doing great things, keep going, like, you know, like our podiums are Max's podium, and like we're all in this, it's a team thing.
Sure.
And it's cool, but like one of my really good, other than the fact that it was Brian's event, was just that I was able to come to this show and just really focus on like my performances and like nobody else's. It was like I wanted this show to be approved, like just last 8 months have been very mentally hard. I can discuss that on another video later, but like it was just a really rough prep on like mentally, and it was cool that physically we were able to come into the gym and just keep crushing it so much, because it kept like helping and amplifying like the down mental days that we had, or the struggles and the adversity, the struggles that we've been dealing with these last few months. So anyways, it was just good prep. I think finishing on, like I saw myself on that podium because I was working so hard in the gym, and didn't matter really where I placed. It was just a matter of like I wanted to stand tall after this weekend, and it felt good.
I just felt like we all three really enjoyed competing. Just gave everything we had there and just enjoyed the process. If it was good or bad,
Yeah.
we just fought through it and just finished strong.
Yeah, and like it's cool because like Max and the boys are like now they're like my brothers. I'm literally like I really love them all so much, and to be able to go on a stage and backstage with them, and like we're all sharing some experiences about lifting and in front of the crowd and stuff. It's just so cool. Like for me, it was a really high weekend. What the fuck happened for day one? Let's talk about that.
Day one, the press medley didn't go as planned. I'm not going to make any excuses. We are in Colorado, so we were in Colorado. Air's thin. That might have played a factor in the first event of my show. I was able to pull off 6 reps here in total. I mean, and I only managed to do 3. So with that being said, I'm just gonna keep working on conditioning, man. It seems like it's the thing that's hurting me the most. So we're just gonna keep working on conditioning and go from there. It wasn't so bad for like the sandbag wheelbarrow medley. That went pretty good. So I don't know. Just gotta keep working harder on overhead and conditioning and build it from there, I guess. But yeah.
I thought you were supposed to finish your stones.
Yeah, I was really supposed to finish those stones. I was too far away from the platform. So when I picked it, I lifted it up. I knew I was too far. So
far.
I tried to walk 2-3 steps with 450, but I just couldn't load it. I didn't manage to load it. I was slightly embarrassed because I thought.
Was it a cool moment for you to be standing like on that platform with the
Yeah,
like knowing that the pro men were coming?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's a different atmosphere when you walk in the mornings to go do the opens, and there's some people there, but obviously the crowd's not packed, right? We're not the main attraction. So when you get to go do stones against the other guys, as soon as you open up those curtains and you look around, there's like thousands of people, and you're like, whoa, we gotta perform.
Yeah, no.
So it was pretty intense. I had the opportunity last year to do the same thing, but I didn't take a second to look around. This time I actually, when I was walking to the stones, I took a second to look around, and I was just in awe, man. It was intense, yeah. It was pretty cool, a pretty good part of that show. So
Us Canadians don't have that like privilege to have like big arena shows like that.
no,
Doesn't happen around here
No.
yet.
Rodeos for us. So
Yeah.
it's okay. I don't mind.
Carnivals, rodeos, call it. We're there.
What about you when you did your sandbag toss in front of all those people?
That was cool. Yeah. Yeah.
You got all of them too, which was good.
Yeah, I only got 4 last year, got 6 this year. No, like, I mean, I was embracing it. And like, looking back at my performances, I feel like I didn't have enough like intensity.
Yeah.
But I think taking a step back and like just going with it, knowing that I didn't have to go balls to the walls to prove to myself, and then not have to worry about mistakes, I guess, and things like that. So it was giving me a little bit more room to like enjoy the moment, the crowd. Like I remember looking up, there's a sign that was like, "I love you, Sam."
Yeah.
Just like those little things, it was cool. Definitely chapeau to the crowd in Colorado this weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah.
They got behind us, that's for sure.
The crowd was the whole team, but behind the Shaw Classic and the strongest man on earth. They worked their tail off to pull this off, and they did. It was incredible. Like speaks for itself.
Yeah. from everybody, the volunteers betutla. It was really good.
Brian's last show.
How was your experience?
That was emotional, man, for sure. Like, I've been following Brian for the past 12 years. He's been one of my mentor. Now he's became one of my good friends. You know, and I'm just really grateful that I was able to compete with him multiple times. I've never beat him yet, so it's it is what it is. I'm really grateful that he finished off with a bang like that, and he can add another title to his belt before going. And it's just nice to see like how much work he put into it. As an athlete, he's doing the same thing as a promoter, and it grew so much for the past 4 years. I was there the first one when he was in his garage. As small as that show was, it was really intimate. Like, it was one of the best shows his first year. It was really nice to compete at his garage. Like, it was like a bro session, and now to change to a sold out arena was unreal.
Yeah.
And then just the fact that he won the last one was pretty cool.
His speech at the end was
Yeah, I cried. I cried at his speech at the end. It is okay. You're allowed to cry.
multiple times. Yeah, it was good. You won the Yoke.
Yeah, I won the Yoke. Hey.
I still beat you on Yoke though.
Yes, you did.
By 0.1.
It is okay.
It is okay.
Good job. The Yoke, yeah. I had to pull that out. I had to do that. I had to win that Yoke big time to put me in third place, or if not, I wouldn't have gotten that. But I was pretty confident. I buckled down my sleeves and my belt, and away I went, and I gave her, and it showed because I did pretty good.
20 seconds flat.
20 seconds flat.
Almost flat, yeah. 20 seconds.
0.2
Jeff comes to me right before the Yoke, He's like, sub 20. Anyways, I do it. I thought I had done 22, which is what they told me. I'm like, sub 20? What did you want me to do? Like, sprint? And then Olga and Mel did, and they did both sub 20. I was like, oh, fuck, that is quick. For 40-40, sub 20,
It's quick.
it's quick.
Especially with a turnaround.
With a turn, yeah.
Explain those emotions after the Yoke.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly went, and this max, like 3 years ago, 4 years, I used to hate Yoke. Like, Yoke used to be my biggest, like...
I was there the first time you've ever done it, touched it.
Yeah, if we could slide that in there somehow, it's hilarious. It was like...
She used to eat Yoke, and she was walking, and the Yoke was not moving.
Yeah,
So
like
walking.
most of the times, like I just couldn't. It would always hurt me. I would always scream in pain. Not in pain, just in like I just hated it. And then, well, it's in every show, so fucking learn to love it.
And now you walk around with 800 pounds on your
yeah,
back.
I mean
For
after
you, this year was all about redemption, about last year.
Yeah,
The mistakes that you've done last year, you've learned from them, and you just crushed it this year on those events.
exactly. Knowing that I could just like have a solid Yoke run there and back, I knew it was gonna give me good points. Again, like we always envision ourselves like winning, and we all compete because we want to win, but we also have a lot more than winning. For me, it was to prove that I was a way better athlete. So for that Yoke run at the end, I just dropped the Yoke and kept running. And I was just so happy.
I was amped for you.
And there was like this little crowd that was just so intimate too. Like I feel like when I was walking out, like just hearing people say like, "Let's go, Sam!" It's like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!"
It's pretty cool.
Like I used to walk around Moncton I used to play for hockey for the university team. I'd have a tracksuit on, and nobody would be like, "Let's go, Sam!" No, like every time you're like around strength athletes, it's like they are so uplifting, and it's like.
They get into it good.
Yeah, and I just like, I know that they get fired up when we get fired up, and I just, fuck, I love Yoke now. It's a good event. I like it.
It's one of your best.
Yeah, not top 3. I got 5 top 3 this weekend. That's why I wanted that podium, so I stayed on that damn podium all throughout. Yeah, I really,
Max, what's your plan to deal with your injuries to come back healthy?
Just basically to come back from my injuries. Like my ankle is good right now. I just need more rest for the upper body. I rushed through the bench press for at the end. I've never benched over 400 pounds until the last 2 weeks, where I was benching back into 500 pounds just because my shoulder was aggravating the whole time. So I was trying to save it for the show. And now basically my next one is gonna be row, so I have time to actually like take a few steps back to focus, to climb back up, to be ready for that show. So it's gonna be really good and healthy.
And regaining that experience for you too post ankle injury, and then like I mean they're not as big injuries, but I feel like the Shaw and North America were like really two good shows, like a lighter and a heavy show.
Yeah.
To get you ready for to finish off your season strong. You still have two really good shows coming up. And yeah. What's going on?
You're gonna be ready for that
He's
one.
gotta
big
go
guy.
pee. Maybe
You're gonna be ready for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Rogue, yeah.
Gives you enough time to actually put in the work and train hard for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, are the events released yet?
Yes.
To the athletes.
Yes.
Okay, not publicly, so we'll talk about that in another video. But they seem fun.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
bad.
not bad.
For a CrossFitter, not bad.
Oh, babe, that's too much. He's gone.
All right,
Pick up you.
guys. So Max is gone picking up after his dog. So me and Sam are gonna end this video. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your dog, your guinea pig, your hamster, anybody. All right. And always remember, if you're not lifting, you ain't living.